confident, says he's going to knock you out in the 9th round.
Yeah, man, you know, he's a dumbass, and so it's gonna be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this, there's the back and forth, but Piers, I'm being so honest, man, this guy is easy work.
Warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass, and I'm gonna beat Jaden on love.
I mean, which is nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? Especially Tank been talking about retiring, so why not get the bag and then go about your business if that's your plan?
Under the sharp lights of Piers Morgan's studio, Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul sit face to face, two worlds colliding, confidence meeting defiance. The tension between them feels electric. Jake leans forward, calling Tank the most experienced and dangerous opponent he's ever faced, a major leap from his previous challengers. Yet, Davis remains unshaken. His calm eyes reflect both discipline and danger. He promises that on fight night, fans will witness a sharper, faster, and more ruthless version of himself. What begins as an interview slowly turns into a psychological battle of composure and pride.
Sharper, just my focus gotta be blazing that night. Just me and him in that ring. All in all, be better.
I saw 8 to 10 rounds is what you thinking, and I also saw, I think I saw 6 rounds. Is what you thinking? I could be wrong.
7 or 8.
7, yeah, it's right around there.
Yeah,
How you pick that number? Like, how do you pick what round it's gonna be?
first, his skills, the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know how durable he is. I don't know. I just don't know just yet. But I know if I can get him where I want him,
Yeah.
that's how long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
To be a good beating.
Do you understand the magnitude of this fight? Do you understand how important this fight is to the boxing game, to the sport?
I think I do, but I don't think that he knows. I've been in big fights, but it wasn't nothing like that.
Jake Paul looks directly at Piers and declares that all the talking, doubting, and debating will end when the bell rings on Saturday, November 15th. He says people will finally see the truth inside the ring, no excuses, no editing, just raw outcome. Jake insists his fists will speak louder than any prediction. He claims boxing has evolved, it's no longer just about skill, but also storytelling, energy, and attention. He sees himself as the modern fighter, part athlete, part entertainer, someone who brings the sport into the digital spotlight where millions are watching. For him, this isn't only about victory, it's about changing the system.
Says he's going to knock you out in the 9th round.
Yeah, man, you know, he's a dumbass, and so it's gonna be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this, there's the back and forth, but Piers, I'm being so honest, man, this guy is easy work.
Emiliano Vargas steps in to explain Jake Paul's unique rise. He says Jake understood the changing world before everyone else, a time when influence mattered as much as talent. Instead of going through a decade of amateur tournaments, Jake built an audience of millions and then walked into the sport with undeniable power. Vargas admits it's revolutionary, but also risky. He points out that traditional fighters spend years earning respect through sweat and sacrifice, while now, a viral clip can bring fame overnight. Vargas warns that while this new wave brings attention, it must not erase the old foundations, honor, skill, and the sacred grind that define real champions.
Not in basketball terms, just such a funny internet thing. But explain this to me like a third grader. What is an exhibition fight?
I don't even know, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. All I know is that Jake is making, God damn.
But when they say it,
God bless Jake, bro, because this is what he figured out. He figured out this. He figured out boxing is all about attention.
100%.
And he went from Disney to, you know, getting paid. What I told you, world champions that have dedicated their whole life to this sport, they will never get paid. Not even a percentage of what he's making.
Yeah.
But because attention brings dollars, it doesn't matter if it's a podcast, if it's a movie premiere, if it's boxing. If there's no attention on it, you're not going to make no money from it.
This is like the WNBA conference. That's why they don't make the money, because they don't have the attention.
No, for sure. I was at the WNBA yesterday. That shit was lit, bro.
It was lit?
I was chopping it up with Floyd was there.
It was
Like,
good?
They won by like, I think 1 or 2 points. But I was standing up and I was jumping, you know, it was the finals though.
Yeah.
It's the finals. So, all that aside, I just feel like Gervonta could crack though, bro.
Oh, of
Gervonta
course.
could crack. I mean,
So this is what I want
He's sparred light heavyweights and heavyweights before. Like, this ain't nothing new.
Even taller guys.
For sure.
Yeah, so what I really want to ask you in regards to that fight is, like, obviously someone like Gervonta is not, in his mind, he's not going to go out there and look stupid, no matter how it goes.
Right. No, he's not.
But that's what when I see it's an
He's
exhibition fight, I'm like, what does that mean?
And you can still get knocked out. You know, I feel like that means there's not going to be no winner.
No effect on the record.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. But you could get knocked out.
So you don't think, because, like, you know, the beef now is like, this shit's the WWE. That's what people say about boxing.
I mean,
like, you're completely right about Jake and what he's done. It's insane.
Yeah.
But he'll get the WWE. Oh, this is just like, what is this? Do you see it that way?
God bless him, bro. God bless. Hey, call my fights WWE fights, whatever you want to call it. If I'm getting paid $80, $100 million, I mean, come on, bro. And look, the thing is, every single person that is commenting that, if they brought $100 million check in front.
Boxing analyst Gareth reflects on how surreal this matchup feels, a world champion facing a YouTuber who became a prize fighter. He calls it a spectacle of the modern era. Not because the athletes lack ability, but because the concept itself would have sounded insane years ago. Yet, Jake Paul turned controversy into currency. He mastered the art of chaos, using headlines, arguments, and energy to make people care. Gareth believes that's the secret. Jake's genius lies in making people watch, whether they love him or hate him. This fight, Gareth says, is not just sport, it's the symbol of a new world where entertainment defines opportunity. And ignoring Jake Paul's influence is no longer possible.
Hurry up, Paul, this.
Well, there's an end game and a bookend to what Jake Paul's doing, and I think he's getting very close to the bone with this one, because it doesn't really work. It's the biggest freak show so far. Like you say, Gervonta is not in everybody's list, but he's there or thereabouts in the pound for pound list. I mean, since the Lamont Roach fight, people have been down on him a little bit more. You know, a lot of people might have lost that fight, you know. Obviously his troubles and travails away from the ring have meant that, you know, people are starting to question at 33 now, is he?
No, I don't even think he's that.
31.
I think it's 31 max, 31.
Yeah. But they're beginning to question his validity.
Yeah.
31, yeah? 30, okay. Yeah. They're beginning to question, or I don't, we all are, but people are in general beginning to, pundits, and some fans are beginning to question his validity in that top 10 pound for pound list. I think he belongs there myself, or just outside it. Certainly in the top 15, no question. Maybe top 13. I think I've got him. I think I had him at 11 or 12, but I might have done a list on Saturday night. And obviously we want to see him in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. It's the big fight. Or even in Naoya Inoue at some point, which is a fantasy matchup that I remember dreaming about around the same time I was dreaming about Terence Crawford and Saul Canelo Alvarez a couple of years ago.
Coach Reg, loyal to Davis since day one, defends his fighter with passion. He reminds everyone that Tank's legacy wasn't built overnight, it was earned through pain, rounds, and relentless ambition. From his early days to becoming a global star, Davis climbed each division with blood and brilliance. Critics claim he's chasing money now, but Reg argues that he's earned the right to secure his future. Boxing is a brutal game, one wrong punch can end everything. After years of discipline and danger, Tank deserves both legacy and reward. Reg calls him a true embodiment of boxing's values, strength, courage, and consistency. Greatness, he says, always carries the weight of unfair judgment.
You know what I mean? Especially Tank been talking about retiring, so why not get the bag and then go about your business if that's your plan? I mean, if that's your plan to retire, then go get the bag and go about your business. You ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not against it.
You got some people that are very critical of Tank. Does it make sense depending on what you're in boxing for? Because you got some people that want to fight the best. You got some people that want the accolades, the belts, the undisputeds. And you got some people that just came into this game like, look, I'm trying to get my family out of poverty and give us generational wealth. Does it all depend on what you decided to box for?
Well, Tank accomplished a lot at a young age. You know what I mean? He accomplished a lot at a young age, so I wouldn't be mad if he took the bag and went about his business and never fought again. You know what I mean? Plus, look at some of the things that he's going through. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of that can affect you as well. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're trying to be in this game. So, I think, get the bag and go. That's your plan. Get the bag and go.
For me, of course, I wanted to see him fight Shakur. I wanted to see him fight Devin.
Yeah, we don't want to see him.
During press events, Gervonta Davis sits in silence. He observes, listens, and speaks only when he feels necessary. That quiet presence becomes more powerful than words. Commentators Manx and Mora describe it perfectly. Jake plays the entertainer, while Tank becomes the hunter waiting for the perfect moment. Their contrast is poetic, one born from social media, one forged by sweat in the gym. Even without speaking, their posture, their energy, and their eye contact reveal an entire story: old school versus new school, pride versus publicity.
And even though Jake Paul tried to egg him on and try to goad Gervonta Davis on, he's dealing with somebody that is not a quick-witted, thinker. He's not a quick-witted speaker. Tank Davis is explosive in the ring. He's fast and powerful in the ring. He's charismatic inside the ring when he's punching. But when you put a microphone in front of him, he's not articulate. He doesn't know how to quickly respond to people. He stutters a lot. He does more stuttering than talking. So Gervonta Davis in front of a microphone is not going to sell. So Tank Davis shouldn't be put in a podium like that. He should have speakers for him. He should have someone talking for him. He should have a mouthpiece. Tank Davis is not going to sell this fight, and Jake Paul knows it. That's the reason he kept throwing jabs at him. He tried to get Tank out of his shell. Tank's not quick verbally enough. He's not quick-witted. He's not quick with the tongue. So in order for him to sell this fight, he's going to have an adversary that can spit something back. Like, for instance, Chavez Jr., he didn't have that quick-witted a response, but he had the backing, he had the loyal following. And Chavez Jr., like many Mexicans, don't need to speak because they do all their fighting in the ring, and people know that. Tank Davis, I don't know, man. He didn't look good in his last fight. He's not fighting the killers in his division. People are getting off that Tank train, and we know that he's had his issues outside the ring. The love's not there anymore. Tank Davis is losing a lot of passion, a lot of followers, and people aren't buying this circus that Jake Paul's trying to sell. And I'm glad that people are getting off this train. The commission in Georgia got off this damn train. That's why they had to move this fight to Florida, where anything can happen.
Public opinion remains divided on Tank's silence. Some say it's boredom, that he doesn't care enough. Others call it cold focus. Davis has always been the type to study his opponents quietly, breaking them down mentally before physically. His calm isn't weakness, it's calculation. Boxing history is full of silent killers, warriors who let their punches speak. For Tank, there's no need for theatrics. He's not here to perform, he's here to conquer. And whether his stillness means disinterest or deep concentration, the answer will explode into clarity once the bell rings.
Paul legitimately cooked Gervonta Davis in that press conference, and I really don't know how to feel about that. And to be honest with you, I still don't understand how boxing even allowed this to be made. Like, I don't. Like, dog, this is not an overstatement. Like, literally one of the core pillars holding up boxing is this literal, fake superiority complex that they have over literally every other combat sport. Despite literally being the least effective main combat sport there is. Brother, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, brother, I put judo over I put boxing. In terms of practicality of combat, oh yeah, 100%. Brother, if Jake Paul makes it competitive against Gervonta Davis, I'm looking at this like, brother. Oh, well, weight difference, brother. Gervonta Davis has been training his entire life. I'm sorry, bro. It's bad enough that the fact that if this was under any other combat sport, this would literally be like one of the most one-sided matchups of all time. And it wouldn't be in favor of Davis. No, dog, if you did this in if you did this under an MMA rule set, oh my gosh, bro, Paul cooks Gervonta. It's not close at all. Like round one finish level. But understand this, Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul is taking place in literally the only combat sport where Davis should win. I'm still shocked that they allowed it to be made. Because, like, there's no upside. If Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis, now we're kind of looking like, wait a minute. What? Like, brother, don't forget. I still think it's a horrible look that Tyson Fury couldn't finish Francis Ngannou. That is so bad. Oh, Francis Ngannou's a great boxer. Francis Ngannou, no joke, is one of the worst boxers to ever be in the UFC. He just has absurd power. No, look at the technique of Francis Ngannou. It's not that good. It's carried by power. Like, going into the, like, I'm hyped, but it's also, I'm looking at this like, bro, Gervonta has to finish, bro.
Sean Porter, a veteran of the ring, views this event as a sign of boxing's transformation. He respects Jake's courage but worries about the sport's direction. He believes money now dictates matchups more than competition. Porter says fighters like Davis, once hungry for legacy, are also tempted by massive paydays, and who can blame them? He questions what message that sends to the next generation. Should fighters chase greatness or followers? Porter's tone isn't bitter, it's reflective. He fears boxing may lose its soul if it becomes only entertainment. His message is clear: remember why the sport existed in the first place, not for clicks, but for glory.
I go, why are you doing that? How do you sort of see this scenario now for him?
Yeah, I don't really know how to feel about it, what to really say about it. I've only been asked this when it's presented to me. That's when I think about it, and I can't really come up with a good answer for it. In a lot of ways, it doesn't make sense to me. Of course, we know the size differential, and the kind of the list goes on from there. I don't know, man. I think we're entering a generation now, or a phase now where fighters, I don't know if it's fighters, I don't know if he doesn't care about the legacy, or if he feels like this fight doesn't matter, I'll get back to the legacy. I just don't know. This is truly not, it's not a legacy fight, but of course it is a generational money fight.
Analysts who followed Gervonta Davis for years see his career as a steady march toward greatness. They argue that behind the fame and fortune lies a fighter obsessed with legacy. Every fight, every performance, he aims to prove he's among the best of this generation. They see his silence not as arrogance but as discipline, a reminder that real boxing is proven with skill, not speeches. Tank knows one bad night could erase everything he's built. That pressure drives him. For him, legacy isn't about attention, it's about the moments that define eras. And this fight, despite the spectacle, might become one of those defining moments.
You sitting on that toilet and that stool ain't brown or green. If it's red, go to the doctor.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, Tank Davis and Jake Paul, they fight in November. I personally have Tank, you know what I'm saying? I just don't, because Tank is a little different. He ain't like them other niggas who took a fall. Tank ain't finna take no fall, though.
That's what I think too. I think like, bro got a reputation to maintain. He ain't about to just, you know what I'm saying, sign a deal just for some money.
Just for some bread.
I ain't like, it's about the money though, for sure.
For sure.
But I'm not about to.
But what they get, like 20, he got like 20 million?
But yeah, 20, I ain't gonna lie, Tank probably get 20, 30, 40.
I don't know, Tank need to get more than that, because it's bringing Jake Paul more money than, you know what I'm saying?
Anything, but you know, Jake Paul putting up the purse, he putting up everything. He's paying for promotions, he paying for everything.
So he getting all whatever he get.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, I think it's a 60-40 cut or something like that.
I ain't mad at that.
So it's like you getting 40%, you all got to do is show up and fight.
No, facts.
That's all you got to do is show up. And then 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be what,
a draw?
No. Tank gonna knock his. Well, let me not speak too fast, but I know Tank. I pray, and I think I know that Tank is gonna beat him up.
Nate Diaz, never one to filter his thoughts, breaks it down bluntly. He says this fight isn't pure boxing, it's business and entertainment. Both men know the game. They'll sell the fight, entertain the fans, and cash in. He respects Jake's progress but doesn't pretend this is about rankings or titles. It's about keeping the spotlight on. Nate says fans shouldn't be fooled, this isn't the old boxing world, this is the show business era. And love it or hate it, that's what keeps the sport alive. As he puts it, it might not be pure, but it sure keeps people watching.
I gotta ask you, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Does Davis have a chance?
Fuck no.
Gervonta is a great boxer, but he ain't gonna do.
So you got Jake Paul by knockout, or?
No, I don't got anybody, but I don't think.
He's just too small.
It just. I don't want to beat up somebody that small. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying?
What do you think of the fight?
I don't want to lose to somebody that. There's no point in the fight. It's a great fight, actually. I'm not hating on the fight, but I think. My thoughts on it is let's watch it, see what happens.
Ryan Garcia said that boxing is turning into WWE.
Yeah,
with that type of matchup. What do you agree? Last thing, White House card, like you said, you want Conor McGregor.
Yeah, but the whole thing's on WWE, so
right.
It's like, at least that's happening and getting something to talk about, something to watch,
And that wraps up today's video. The countdown continues as the world waits for Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, a fight that's more than just a clash of fists. It's tradition versus evolution, legacy versus fame, discipline versus influence. No matter who wins, one thing is certain, boxing will never be the same again.